the most important thing, don't lose touch, okay? That's the only rule that I have. So what we're gonna do first is we are going to get familiar, become familiar with our body, okay? Get to feel and experience our body and how it feels to trace over every part of the body by slowly just outlining the whole body with our hands. So we're gonna start on our shoulder and we're gonna trace over our arm. From there, we're gonna come under and trace under. Now we're gonna move down, trace alongside of the body. Go underneath the foot. So you pick it up, you go underneath your foot. You can pick it up like that with your heel on the floor, or you can just take it up completely. That doesn't matter to me. We come up here, we continue to touch. Even when we're here, don't be shy. It is your own body and it really doesn't matter because there's no weird intention there. So make sure that you touch every part, okay? That's just a part of the rule for now. We come down, underneath the other foot, come back up, a side of the shoulder, the neck, the ear, the head, over the head and to the other side. You're gonna mess up your hair today, guys. And I need to make sure that I don't mess up this microphone. So we're gonna do that again. And I want you to experience. So I am talking, but you focus on yourself. Don't focus on my tempo. It's okay. We're just gonna do it a few times. So if you wanna speed it up or slow it down a little bit more, that is fine too, okay? I'm just doing this for myself also. But what I want you to focus on is feel, touch, experience. Feel it between your fingers. Feel all the fibers, all the, what do you call it, creases between your fingers. If you wear long pants, of course. And otherwise, it's your hairs or whatever else you have down there. Yeah, there we go. Experience it, become one. Feel that there's energy coming over your arm. Body remembers, and then when you trace, you can move from memory as opposed to, from the memory of a feeling as opposed to the memory of, this is 2. We're gonna do a third one. Okay, let's go and just breathe through it. Become 1. There you go, guys, nice. Now we're going to switch, but we're not gonna stop touching. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch like this. Bring it over the arm to the other side, like that. Very simple, right? Over the chest and to the other side. And then we continue to move forward in the same pattern, but the opposite side. Down. Again, feel the sensation, especially now that you switched hands. And up. In between. Down. And back up. Side of the shoulder, the neck, the head, over the head, ear, neck, and over the shoulder and the arm. That was 1. Let's continue. I hope my mic is not messing up and not making a whole lot of noise, guys. And if so, I'm really sorry. I can't hear it myself. But hopefully, I'm just gonna try to evade it as much as possible. Okay, come up, over the neck, the head. Feel. Don't think, feel. Experience. You're probably gonna hate that word at the end of all of this. But you'll never lose it. You'll never lose this experience. You'll never lose this experience of these 30 days. Maybe you didn't like it, maybe you did. Maybe you learned a lot, maybe you learned nothing. But just dancing for 30 days is an experience on its own. Okay, there we go, that's enough. I don't know if we did 3 or 2, but it's fine. Okay, so now, second half, or second part, it's not second half, second part, what we're going to do is we are going to do the same thing, but now I want you to change the tempo of your arm. So you can go fast, you can slow down. You can come up fast, come down slow, and whatever, or go down slow, and whatever you choose is fine, okay? Yeah, so let's just start. I'm gonna go from the head over the arm, and for instance here I can speed up and slow down. But of course, go in your own tempo, guys. Play around with it yourself. I'm just gonna do it a few times, and when I'm done, I'm gonna ask you to finish yours, and then we finish. So you don't have to follow along with me. Just make your own pattern. And where it stops, it stops. Simple as that. Okay, make sure you never lose touch. I'm really sorry for the mic. I might fix it after this just to be sure. Okay, I need to focus on my speed a little bit more. I'm not playing any music right now, so I'm just doing it on feel. Right, so sometimes try to take maybe half your body slow. And then the lower half fast. And the upper half slow. Now we're gonna speed up. We're gonna keep it slow on the lower half. And then we're gonna speed up the upper half. And here it comes. Nice. Keep feeling that sensation. Okay, your hands can tingle from this, which is really good. I should have said something. You saw my face change so serious. We're gonna switch to the other side now, guys. So wherever you are, move up. I'll wait for you here. Okay, and then we go to the other side. Yeah. And now do the same thing on the other side. We slow down, we speed up in whatever way you want to. So if you want to go fast, now go fast. But breathe and feel, experience it. Express it, you see? I'm a part of this. My emotion, my feeling is a part of this. I can do this happy. I can do this sad. I can do this angry. I can do this confused. Right? I can do this excited. See? So it's a vehicle. That hand is a vehicle for whatever you want it to be. Okay, guys, that's enough for now. Cool. Nice. So now that we have done that, we're going to go to stage number 3. Stage number 3 is about manipulation. So we just focused on getting used to the body. And we focused on making sure that we know how to change our speed so that we can basically use it to the music, change energy, and so on. Now we are going to play around with changing our body, okay? Manipulate where the body is at. So how does that work? We are going to go down. We're going to get to a joint. When we get to a joint, I want you to move that into a certain place, a position, a direction. Maybe I'm bringing it here. I'm going to move down, and when I'm in the next joint, which is my elbow, boom, I bring the elbow somewhere else, okay? It doesn't matter where you bring it, cool? Just don't lose touch. Never lose touch. That's the only rule. Don't lose touch. So my head, and from the shoulder, you just choose a direction and push or pull your body into that direction. It doesn't have to be big, okay? It's all up to you. So, boom, that's where I choose to go. You go to the elbow, bring it somewhere. I can either bring it out, I can bring the whole arm up, right? But I'm push or pull from my elbow to bring it elsewhere. I'm gonna go here right now. Wrist, the wrist, we're gonna work with the wrist as well. So bring it somewhere. Okay, the hand, boom. Wrist, boom, exactly, we do it twice. Elbow, boom, let's go. The lower part, but still shoulder, boom. We're gonna take the chest and do the same with the chest. Bring it somewhere, okay? We go down, we take the hip, and we move the hip as well. Knee, you can choose whatever. So with the knee, I can choose to go down, for instance, right? I can also choose to go up. See? So I can choose down, up, or of course I can choose to move it around its axis, okay? You can choose whatever. For now, I'm gonna try to go up myself. We go underneath the foot. We move the foot as well. Let's see. So I wanna choose to move it like that. So I move my whole leg. When you're down here, you can, of course, rotate it around again its axis. You can try to play around and move the foot somewhere else and grab it. It's really, really free, okay? There's no rules to it. So try it out for yourself and figure out what you want to do. We go in, we move the foot again. We go to the knee, we move the knee again. I'm gonna bring it down. Crotch, we don't do the crotch. It's not a good look. So we continue, okay? Other knee, now I'm gonna bring it down. Boom. Don't forget we're on the inside. So if I'm bringing it down and I'm on the inside, let me do it this side. Boom, that means that I have to continue moving on the inside and not on the outside. Do you understand what I'm saying? If this is the inside of my leg and this is the outside, if I bring it down, now I'm at the outside, now I'm at the inside. So I continue on the inside of the leg. Keep going. Foot, I'm gonna pull it and try to bring it here. See, I don't even care that I'm like seated really weird and it's not really a nice dance move or whatever. It's really about just having fun and exploring. Okay, foot again, boom. The knee comes in, boom. The hip, boom. And now it becomes interesting for me. The shoulder, let's see, bang. And the head, boom. Nice. Okay, let's do it one more time because I talked a lot. Shoulder. Keep going down or wherever you're going. Elbow. Wrist. Hand. Wrist. Elbow. So you can move your whole body with it. The lower part of your shoulder, actually it's like your shoulder blade. That's what it feels like. That's what I'm pulling at. Hips. Let's see, where do I want to bring the hips? I'll bring them down. Knee. Toe or foot. Inside foot. Knee. Skip it. Knee. Come on, I need to go inside. Foot. Foot again. Knee. Hip. Chest. I think I forgot the chest the last time. Shoulder. Head. Okay, guys, now we're gonna switch. So wherever you are, make that switch, and here we go. Shoulder. Bring it somewhere. Knee. It's kind of like a knee, but then on the arm. So elbow. Wrist. Hand. Wrist. Elbow. Shoulder blade. Hips. Shoulder blade. Chest. Okay, hips. I'm so sorry. Knee. Foot. Foot again. Knee. Forget it. Knee. Foot. Foot. And I got this. Knee. Hips. And we come up to the shoulder. A microphone. To the head. Let's see, what can I do with my head from here? Okay, this is weird. Shoulder. There we go. And elbow. Let's go faster. Wrist. Let's go faster. Hand. Wrist. Elbow. Shoulder blade. Chest. Hips. Knee. Foot. Foot. Knee. Forget it. Knee. Foot. Foot. Knee. Hip. Chest. And shoulder. And head. Good job. Okay. Nice. So that already creates a lot of options for how we trace down the body, right? That already, or down and up the body. It creates movement. We move around the floor with the trace, and it helps us to become aware of the different options in the body, of the different options that we have in the body. Yeah. Okay, so now that we have played around with moving around the body, what I want you to try to do is very simple. Or I think it's very simple. What we are going to do, or what you are going to do, is you're going to take your regular trace, but you're going to move around with it in space. So you're gonna basically take different directions that you can take. So let's say, first if I trace, I'll look that way, right? So if I do it that way, and for instance, raise my leg, and then change here to the other direction, you see what that does? It creates a little path, a little story of movement, right? And if I would go back, see? It looks like a concept, like an actual trace. Boom, oh, my mic is in my pants, so that sounds really bad. Wait, no. Okay, chill. So, I'm here by myself in the studio laughing. That's good actually. Thank God that I can laugh by myself. So, if I, for instance, do that, boom, switch, boom, looks really nice, right? It looks like a story, like I'm actually creating something and telling something. I've never done this before. I'm gonna use this for sure. This is really dope. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your 360 degrees possibility and trace the same way you did before, and you can just choose to move your trace and your body in different ways and just play around with it and raise your leg, change where you're looking at. But all you do, the simple part is that it's literally the same path the whole time. You see? It's just the same path. But all you do is you just place your body in different positions as you go, and you change where you are looking at so that it becomes more dynamic, you see? So just take your time. I'm doing it a little bit faster, but you can do it slow, and you can really go into whatever you want. So it's the same path, but if I move with it, you see, I get a lot of different options from there. And that's how simple it can be to build your traces. You see how much fun that is? So just take a slow song or whatever and just have fun, build. You can do it both sides, okay? You can go with one arm, switch to the other side, but never lose touch. So do that, and then I'll see you guys back here. So now that that is done, I hope you had some fun with that. It is time to, I guess, put some technique to it so that I can help you build more options, okay? We're gonna work with two parts, two sections. There is definitely a lot more than this, but I just want to introduce you to it and leave a lot of options open for you so that you can really experiment yourself instead of just put all this information in your head and then you can't really freestyle anymore because it's like, okay, am I doing it still right still, you know? And I don't want that. So I'm just gonna give you two sections. Section one is arms, and I call it shoulder to shoulder. And I'll explain what that means. And section two is about the legs, okay? So I'm gonna give you a few options on transitions of traces, okay? How you can transition from one arm to the other and create a lot of nice paths in your trace so that you can use them as you, for instance, move along and play around with how your trace is moving, like a path. Think of it like the waving exercise that we did, right? Where we had the trace wave, and I told you how you can use it in different ways. And basically this tracer can change the path of where the trace is going, right? If that makes sense. Otherwise, you have to check the class again. But we're gonna do kind of something like that by changing our paths, and that way you can have more intricate traces and just have a lot of fun with it. It's really dope when you do it. So we're gonna start with the upper body, the arms, okay? It's called shoulder to shoulder because our beginning point and our end point is always at a shoulder, okay? So we're gonna start with the, okay? From there, what we're gonna do is if you've seen any battles, it's very possible that you've seen this technique. We have one shoulder on the arm, or one arm on the shoulder, and the other hand on top of that hand. There we go, like this, over-explaining the most simple thing ever. Good job, Kev. It's a paradox. So from there, I'm gonna trace over my arm. If you don't know why I said it's a paradox, it's because my name is Paradox. You never know, maybe people have no clue. It's possible. So I'm gonna trace over my arm like that, okay? Now really important is that you keep touching with your fingers. Fingers, okay? I don't wanna see this, I don't wanna see this, right? No touch. I need you to touch with your fingers. And lastly, don't lower this. Keep it up. The more you keep it up, the cleaner it looks. If it's here, it just looks really sloppy. You, of course, The rules will be bendable and you can do whatever you want. If you find another technique for it, that's fine. If you want to rotate it around like that, cool, be my guest. But for now that I'm practicing the technique with you, keep it up here. So we trace over it, come to the other side, to that shoulder blade, okay? From there, what we're gonna do is we are going to kind of like swipe both our hands to the side, sideways like this, as if, I always say wash, because I'm like washing myself. Wash it out. And then from there, I'm going to bring one hand, so the opposite hand, to the other shoulder, like that, and my other hand follows with it, okay? So I wash and come here to the other shoulder. So it's the exact same thing as here, but then opposite. So damn, that was right in my mic. This is gonna be hard. And then we get to here. I might have to change the mic again. We'll see. From here, I'm gonna go over my arm again, but to the other side, like that. And we wipe it out. Okay, that's okay, now I know what I was doing. When you wipe, one hand goes on the lower part of your chest, underneath your chest, the other one goes over. Now I'm like really going over to make sure that I don't come at the mic, you know? And then from there, this hand comes underneath that hand that is already on the shoulder. That's what I forgot to say. And then from there, it goes over again. Wipe, shoulder, and underneath your chest, come to your shoulder. And this is why it's called a shoulder to shoulder trace. Now, that's not the real name. There's actually not a lot of real names for these traces, but that's what I call the techniques, because all of the traces that we are going to do is going to be shoulder to shoulder traces. Okay? And if you continue to do it, you get this, like that. But you don't want to stop touching, okay? Please make sure that you don't stop touching. I really hope that the mic is not taking all of this noise of these traces, but I think in a minute I'm going to change it. Actually, practice this for me for a second, and I'm going to change the mic and I'm going to put it on my hat so that it won't make any noise. I don't know if it does, but just to be sure, okay? Okay, so my mic is on my head, as you can see. The mic that was in my pants. Now I can freely move and help you guys better. This is way better. So let's go again. Shoulder, shoulder. We go over it, bring it in front of the face. Make sure you always touch. And then from there, we wipe it out and then come to the other shoulder with the hand and go over again. Out, in, and shoulder. Out, in, arm, shoulder. Out to the shoulder, over the arm and on the shoulder. Out, shoulder, arm, shoulder, out. So it's 4 steps. Number 1, 2, 3, 4. Over, 2, 3, 4. Slower. Over, onto it, over it, wipe it out. Bring it to the shoulder, go over the arm and to the other shoulder and wipe it out. You could also think 2 steps eventually. Over and wipe it out. Over it and wipe it out. Boom, boom, boom. And then it becomes this fluid movement right here. Try to get used to that. Okay, if it's too difficult, do it slowly. Take the steps slowly. I'm just going to continue the class and you just take what you can and continue from there, because eventually this can become very quick, you see? So for me, because I'm so used to it, for me it's easy to move very quickly in it because I'm very used to the touch of it. So next one, number 2. Let's see, number 2 is going to be, there's so many options. Number 2 is going to be over and under. So you have 1 over and 1 under. Begin from your neutral position where we always start. 1 arm slides over and then it grabs the shoulder blade like it always does. From there, the other one just drops. So this one is on the shoulder and drops down the shoulder onto the arm. And that's kind of how it ends until you push or grab and bring this hand back up to the neutral position on the other side. So I grab, bring it up over the shoulder or the elbow, sorry. And let him roll down or fall down the shoulder over the elbow. Grab it, bring it up. Neutral position. Over. Let it fall down. Bring it up. Do it do it extremely slowly with me. Over. Let it fall down. And bring it up. Over. Let it fall down. Feel. Don't think. Feel. Bring it up. There's logics to it. Your body moves in a pattern in a way that is literally just logical. It just makes sense to let this just glide over it because your hand is locked to it. Same for when this falls down. It's just logical that it shoof, moves over that. So don't think too much about it. Just see the technique, repeat it, and then afterwards try to feel what it feels like. Okay? So then you get this. Over, under, up. Over, under, up. Over, under, up. Over, under, up. Over, under, over, under. Over, under, over, under. Over. You can stumble a little bit, make a few mistakes. It will take some time to have it quickly. See, I just stumbled there. So, boom, boom. Eventually, you get this really quick. You see that? Beautiful. And it feels really good because it's so dynamic and so it's so connected. I was going to say intertwined, but I say that a lot. So connected to everything. So, cool. That is the second one. Nice. Shoulders are warm. We're going to do one more. I'm not going to spam you with different techniques. I just want to give you one more. And then after that, we're going to move to the legs. And from there, it's just dancing, freestyling, and searching for the different options yourself. Just play around with it, okay? Don't be stressed. We got this. Let's see. What was the second one? I have to figure out again what the second one was. Was it here? I feel like I need to give you another option. Okay, we're gonna go for that one to give you another option besides shoulder to shoulder, because otherwise it's all similar and you're not gonna be able to freestyle with it. So I'm just gonna give you that one, okay? You're like, what? I got you. Arm comes forward. Actually, it's the same as the wave that we did, but let's go. We're here, put our hands on top of the other hand. We trace it out. There's a loop. We go into the loop with our heads, and you move your hand over your shoulders from one to the other. Your shoulder blades or your shoulders from one to the other, like that. And you trace it out. So touch, fingertips, touch, as always, okay? So we're here. We come over it. I push up a little bit, and I bring my head in a little bit so that I can really bring it over. From there, what we're going to do is we are going to come forward and basically trace over our chest. So you could say that it's shoulders to chest, shoulders to chest, shoulders to chest, okay? From there, it's shoulders to chest, and you trace to the other side. Remember this one? Same thing. Trace to the other side, and guess what? You go underneath the loop, shoulder to chest, trace to the other side. In the loop, shoulder to chest, trace to the other side. Loop, shoulders, chest, trace to the other side. Loop, shoulders, chest, trace to the other side. Okay, do it slowly with me again. Now you know the path. Let's go over it again. We start on top of the hand. I use only my fingertips, so I don't use my full hand, fingertips. I come in. This one goes over my head. Yeah, right here. From there, boom, I bring it forward. So I make a little circle around my head. Boom. Yeah? Then I bring it back to my arm, and I come to the other side and bring it over again. So don't start under. That's possible too. I can go under and reverse the movement, and then I get here, come here at the same end where I started on the other side. Possible, but it's not what I'm teaching you for now. You can play with that in your freestyle section, okay? Over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over. Now I accidentally did the opposite direction. My body is so used to it that I accidentally changed it, but it was seamless. If you didn't see it, it's okay. Reverse it, you'll see that I did something completely different, right? So that's how you can play with open arms instead of having them closed by closing it off to your elbow, shoulder, shoulder. Don't judge me. Right here. Okay, so try that out for yourself. Now I was gonna do it under and over again. Let's just do it for the fun of it. So over. Now we're gonna come to the chest, move to the other side, and then from there, instead of going into that loop, we rotate it around us. So we start at the chest, we come up to the shoulders, and then see, now it comes up to the other side where we ended with the last one. And then we can switch, and check this out. We can go under here as well and go over. So now we have the reversed version of it. Under, over, under, over. I hope you understand what I'm saying. I hope I'm not going too fast because it's so logical for me that maybe sometimes I talk a little bit fast through things that are not as simple for everybody. I don't know. I think the first section you got, right? It's clear, right? Let's put these three, let's see if we can put these three together. So, shoulder to shoulder, normal version. 1, wipe it out, bring it back, and 2. Okay, wipe it out, then we're gonna do over, under. Over, under, bring it up, over, under, bring it up. From here, I have no idea how we're gonna get to the straightened out one. Let's see if I can find a way for you guys. Yep, got it. So I'm just gonna extend my arm from here. My hand is already on top, so I'm gonna extend. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a nice rotation out of it, a nice circle. Okay, so we're not gonna keep this hand here. Make a circle out of it. Yeah, there we go. From there, it goes over the chest and under to the other side. We go over again. Go in that loop, remember? Make a loop, go into that loop with your head, go over the chest, and bring it under to the other side. Okay, let's try to put that together slowly. Okay, over, switch to the other side, right? Wipe it out and switch, over. Switch again, over, under, boom, boom. Bring it up, over, under, boom, boom. Bring it up and forward. Come down to the chest, switch, loopy, boom, come down to the chest, and then do whatever you want. From there, we can do whatever. Okay, let me show you what it looks like if we do it faster. 5, 6, 7, 8, over, and over, and over, under, switch, over, under, switch. 5, 6, 7, 8, over, and over, and over, under, switch, over, under, switch, out, and down, and out, and down. That's the full thing. 5, 6, 7, 8, and oh, that was really cute. That's terrible, Kev. Oh my God, what are you, 5? Maybe. Okay, here we go. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, what was my tempo? Over, switch, over, switch. Was it that fast? Okay, cool. 5, 6, 7, 8. Over, switch, over, under, and over, under, and out. Down, and up, down. It's not easy, and I know that. And from there, by the way, down, boom, we can continue from there. Mwah, it's beautiful. Okay, so for now, play around with that for a moment. Take a little moment to play around with what you can do with the arms. You have a lot of options now. So for instance, if you want to connect these, right, I can bring it to my shoulder and then bring my hand to it. What did I do? Let's say I have that over one, or let's say I just go forward, the basic one that we did at the beginning. Boom, if I'm here, now I can bring this to my shoulder to continue. See? See that? I can keep it there, I can let it go, and then we can continue from there. But that's, for instance, the legs, because I'm now would move to the legs, which is the next and last section. For now, play around with the arms and search how you can use your arms and move around with your arms with the different options. What's going to help you the most is really rotating your body around and searching different ways you can use these hands. Okay, if you did trace waves, this is going to help you a lot to find different options. I know I didn't give you everything, but there's so much information, it's not possible to put it all in one class. Try it out and then come back here. Okay guys, it is time for the last section, which is the legs. So here I'm going to try and see if I can give you 3 techniques. I'm not going to make it more because I don't want to confuse you, and I want you to just have just enough to like work with it as opposed to having too much. I already told you that. So we're going to try a few options. What is really interesting about tracing is how you can connect certain parts together to create new traces. For instance, when I'm here and I trace this out and I bring it to my shoulder, you see that? Boom. Now the story continues from here to here and it connects. So I can also connect in a different place, you see. I can place my hand elsewhere and there's a new path, a new loop created, right? So you can just create paths infinitely. I don't even know how to move from there. Okay, there, right there, see? And I can just continue to create paths by placing parts together. You see that? And that path I can just move into in different ways. So I can come in, just like with the leg, outside and inside, right? Outside, for instance, or maybe inside. You see? Super awesome. Don't worry, I'm going to show you, but those are not the ones that I want to show you. I just wanted to show you the idea of connecting the dots so that you can actually continue in a new path. Okay, so here we go. Let's start really simple. Let's first make the connection. The connection that we're going to make is the legs and the arms together. That's what I want to connect. So for instance, I'm here now. I can move over my leg, over to my arm. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to switch. We're going to come down. So this doesn't stop tracing. This keeps tracing down to the knee, brings it up, and then the hand comes over in the exact same pattern, but the opposite side. You understand that? Come up. So over the leg, to the arm. We let it go, but we continue to trace and make a small circle. Go down the body, grab the knee, and go over. Do this faster, you get this. Boom. Boom. Doesn't that feel nice? Doesn't that feel really interesting because it's so connected and it's literally the same thing on the other side? Now with this, I can do a lot. This is a technique that I made a long time ago and I actually ended up never using it. So it was to change levels. What I wanted to do is I wanted to come from here and then switch to there or come back up to here. That's what it was made for. But I ended up never really using it. So yeah, there you go. Okay, so that is one way we can continue to move and switch through the legs or use our arms through the legs. Okay, let's move another one or let's do another one. What we're going to do now is we're going to take one hand, we're going to slide it down to your leg, to your knee. It's always the knees for some reason. It's just easy to connect the knees to the hands. You can, of course, also start doing these, but for now, that's not really needed. That's about your own creativity. Now it's just about the technique and about the ideas. Go down to the knee, grab the knee. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take this hand, I'm talking super fast, and we're going to make a cup here. Okay, my hand is going to go into that cup or into that, I don't know, I just call it a cup, the U. Okay, we're making a U into a little, yeah, loop, okay. We're going to go into that loop. See, the hand goes in there. And from there, we're going to trace, boom, our hand over our arm. So you get this movement right here. See, so we connect our leg back to our arm. And the trace moves from our arm to our body to our leg, boom. So it makes a really nice little path, right? Do that a few times, become comfortable with it. You don't have to make the cup. What you can also do is you can raise your hand a little bit so that the other one can come inside of it. Okay, and then you can continue. But you don't want to stop touching. Don't ever stop touching. Okay, you want to connect it right so that it, boom, see, becomes smooth. Like that. See? Nice. And that just feels good. When it's smooth, it feels actually really nice. It just feels better, okay? So that's one side, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch to the other side, okay? I already confused myself right there. Let's see, how the heck did I do that just now? I'm here, I'm here. Ah, okay, I found it. It's actually not that difficult. I just had to reconnect. So we have one, boom. From here, what you're gonna do, this one is loose now, but you're gonna connect it back to the leg. So you're gonna touch your knee. And then from there, this one doesn't go to the other side again. It now goes to the other leg. So let me show you. I bring it down, same side, same hand, same knee. Bring it up, make the loop, bring it into the loop. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna let go. And then this hand traces down to this knee together with the other one. So both meet at the same knee. Same hand, same knee again. You make the loop. And you continue the same movement that you just did, but it's the opposite direction. So connect, bring the hand to it, boom, let go. Connect, bring the hand to it, boom, let go. Connect, bring the hand to it, boom, let go. And then if you do it quickly, you get this movement right here. Now you can also actually let it go completely, that is fine too. I said you're not allowed to, but eventually if you just do it like this, it is still really beautiful. See? So that is the second option, right? The first one was right here. Then the second one is right here. Nice. Feels like a little 8 or something. What is it? Infinity sign. Last one. So the last one that we are going to do. So excited, I keep talking too fast for myself. I'm running and I'm like, no, wait, stop. With my words, it's terrible, but it's okay. I guess it just shows passion and excitement, and I think the material that I'm giving is still very valuable, so it should be fine. Right, you got me. So we're gonna bring one leg onto our foot onto our knee. Okay, so you need a little balance right here. Boom, bend your knee so that you can hold balance a little bit better. From there, we're gonna take one hand, place it on the leg, on the foot. We trace out this little 4 that we have created. You see this 4 that I made? We're gonna trace out that 4 with our hand. Boom. But of course not staccato. Make a circle. Come in. So I trace it out and I come in. See that? But I continue to trace on the inside of my leg. Trace in. From there, we bring this leg out and we rotate it around a little bit to the back to then kick forward and take our hand away from that leg. So it looks like this. Bam! Yeah? From there we bring it up, and then if you want, we can repeat the same cycle. We come up, we come in, we kick, we bring it back. Make a circle, come in, kick. Circle, in, kick. Circle, in, kick. Circle. Practice that a few times. Now let's practice the other side as well, of course. So, circle, bring it in, kick, and trace it over the body. Circle, bring it in, and trace it over the leg. Circle, bring it in, and trace it over the leg. Boom, boom, boom. Nice. There's also an option to do both sides with one hand to have more of a dynamic movement as opposed to a very something that stops. Because here, of course, you can continue, but to do this again, it doesn't feel very organic. So if I go in right here, let me see if I remember how this works. There we go. Explanation, Kev. I make my circle. I come in. I kick it out. From there, I'm gonna bring it up just like normally, but I'm gonna set my leg down. Boom, place my leg down, bring the other one up there, and then rotate and bring it back in. So now I can do it both sides. Bring it back in, out, rotate. Boom, boom. Super lit. Fire. Really cool, right? It's just really cool to see how the body can move in such a connected way where it just makes all the sense, just like nature, you know? Because that's what it feels like to me. So let me do that slowly again. I rotate, I come in, I kick, trace out, and bring your leg down. Switch, rotate, in, trace out, bring your leg down. Rotate, in, hop, and bring it down. So if I do that quickly, boom, 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 boom. Okay, cool. So we have 3 options for the legs now, which is this one right here, right? We could actually from here, if you would want to, okay, you can go to both. Let's do it in the right order. From here, we bring the leg, or bring one up, boom, come in, and the other side. From there, we rotate, bring it down and out. And if we want to, we can switch and do it at the other direction as well. Fire, right? So if I play around with that, let's say I do 1, 2, and 3, and I connect them differently, so I don't do them to both sides the whole time. What am I saying? So I start at one side, I switch. From here, I directly go to that one, right? So boom, switch. Now when this one comes down, directly bring it right there, okay? From here, we directly continue in the circle, bring it in and bring it out. Really nice. I'll show you again just to be sure. Number one. Number one is now finished. We go to the other one, but this one is going to create that needle, you could say, and that sticks into that loop, okay? Sorry, it was right there. Bring it in, boom, connect the dots. From here, because this hand is already moving, make your circle, bring it in, and bring it out. So if I do that faster, I'm here, right here, bang, bang, and out. And then of course from there, I can do whatever I want, right? So that is the different options for now that I wanted to give you in the shoulder to shoulder or the arm movement, right? As well as the leg options. And never forget what I said about how you want to connect the dots, connect things together, and that creates more patterns. So you could say if you would just place a body part somewhere, it doesn't matter where it is, it will create options for you where you can go inside and outside. I'm just repeating what I said already to make sure that you, just remember, right? So the arms, 3 options. We're here. I'm gonna just do it faster now. Boom, boom. Option number 2, over, under, over, under. Option number 3 was out and down and in that loop and down. Then we have the legs. I wanted to connect it here, but then I would have to do it this way. Okay, now I can do it. You have that one. Then we also have this switch right here. And lastly, we have our circle in and kick. Circle in and kick. Okay, I'm just showing you to remember what we have. Okay, so now it is time to bring that together. Okay, you can do it 2 ways. Either you can choose to take the legs for a moment and just play around with the legs yourself and just search for different options in how you can move your legs and continue to create traces, right? Bring them together and so on, blah, blah, blah. I'm not gonna go into it too deep again and confuse you. Or you can straight away go to the arms, legs, and the whole body together, okay? So if you want, take a moment for your legs. And then otherwise, for the next and the final challenge, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the paths that you were making, right? How you're moving around, like I said, in one of the first challenges. And then you're going to basically use those arms and the different options in the arms to play around and mix in different ways. Because we're doing the same thing. We're making a path, but now you're gonna connect them, see, in different ways. And I can connect the different dots together. And that's where it becomes really fun, really beautiful, and it's just amazing, okay? There's just so many options by just changing how you are positioned, right? By the way, for those who were wondering, this is how I was doing my groundwork in the 4. I was using these paths, but I was using them in the 4 position. We finally got there, guys. We finally got there. So if I'm in the 4, don't worry, I'm not gonna teach you, I'm just showing you. And I do, for instance, a shoulder, but then go down to the leg, ta-da, boom. And that's how I made it, you know? That's what I was doing. I was doing traces, right? If I trace over this leg right here with this knee, boom, and then connect and make a new connection like I said in the class, I get another line that I can come up to. Boom. See? Amazing. So that's all it is. That's what I was doing when I was doing my 4 exercises. I was just connecting traces to it, but as you can see, traces is a completely thing on its own, so I didn't want to put that together. I wanted to separate it, and trust me, basically at the end of the full 30 days, I've given you so much of myself. I've given you so much things I actually really do in my dance that you can just make whatever you want with it. You got time, you got information,
you can really build whatever you want from here. And I hope you understand that this, in my heart, in my feeling, in my personal experience, is extremely valuable because it changed my life. All of this changed my life. This is not just fun and games. It is fun and games, but these fun and games helped me to travel the world, basically. And hopefully now they will help you to express yourself, because that's what it's about. Not to become successful in traveling, but become successful in being yourself, and that will resonate with other people. That's how it works, okay? So I hope you enjoyed the class. I hope you got something new from it, had some fun, enjoyment. Now please go and enjoy and have fun with the traces and figure out what you can do. I am actually really looking forward to this challenge in particular, because I just want to see if the things that I told you guys are going to help, and if you can find something fun and new that I haven't seen yet before. And of course, no pressure. If you don't want to post it, that's okay too. Don't worry about it. This is for you, not for me. So just enjoy it yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next class.